Thanks again for joining the webinar on how to leverage Zoho Campaigns e-commerce email marketing capabilities for your e-commerce store. This forms the agenda for the webinar today. Initially, I will be walking you through the basic steps of how to integrate your Shopify, WooCommerce, or even Zoho Commerce store with Zoho Campaigns. If you already have your e-commerce store built on top of these platforms, and if you are trying to evaluate Zoho Campaigns, the first few steps that I will be discussing will be very helpful for you. And if you don't have your store built yet and you are just trying to and if you're just trying to uh, get a proper understanding as to what the integration as in store, then I think still the webinar will be relevant for you. Secondly, I will be talking about how to send out the right content to the right audience regardless of the size, big big or small, and drive maximum conversions out of your email campaigns. Uh, Finally, and most importantly, I will be talking about how to set up and entirely automate your store's cart abandonment recovery email series and also purchase follow-ups. Long story short, in this webinar, I will be talking about how to integrate your e-commerce store with Zoho Campaigns, which is an email marketing platform, and entirely manage your store's email marketing aspect from within Zoho Campaigns. Let's address the elephant in the room first. As e-commerce email marketers, we are always faced with certain challenges. The first of all is data management, because e-commerce as an industry is very diverse and fast-paced. At any given time, you have a lot of things happening at different levels, at different dimensions. Therefore, data management becomes the key to run your email marketing campaign successfully for your e-commerce business. Your data has to be the right data, has to be at your fingertips. Then what you do out of the data, how meaningful the segments you frame out of the data forms the key. Uh, and then you would be obviously having a lot of promotions planned for your store, and one of the key aspects for it is to have the product related content in readiness while running your email campaign. To strike that chord with the audience, you are always going to use a lot of product images, as part of your promotions. So therefore, having the content incorporated into your emails is also quite challenging. You might have them downloaded in your computer, and then you will have to just locate the right imagery and post it onto your email campaign and then launch it. So this is something which is time consuming from an e-commerce email marketer's point of view. And finally, while driving your cart abandonment email series, you might have this problem of keeping it, like you might feel that it is generic at times, because you don't have the option to target the recipients of the reminder email in a very consequential manner. Consequential as in based on the actions that they take on the reminder email, the first reminder email or the parent email of the series that you have built via your email marketing platform or even via your e-commerce store. Some e-commerce platforms have that capability of helping you build a linear cart abandonment recovery series, but whether it is consequential or not is something that you as an email marketer has to decide. Staying in sync with the agenda that I discussed and also the challenges that I just discussed, I will be introducing you to the e-commerce email marketing solution that Zoho Campaigns has built. Keeping all these things in mind, uh, let's have the demonstration of that. As I discussed in the agenda, the first step that we are going to look is integrating the e-commerce store with Zoho Campaigns. So this is a brand new Zoho Campaigns account which I have configured for the sake of simplicity. Once you log into Zoho Campaigns, you will be able to see the e-commerce module as part of the navigation toolbar. Click that and you'll be led to this screen wherein we ask you to connect your online store with Zoho Campaigns. Click proceed and you'll be landed on this screen where you have the list of e-commerce platforms that Zoho Campaigns integrates with. If you have an active account on Zoho Commerce, you just have to tap the integrate button and that's it. You don't have any other steps to follow. Since it comes under the purview of Zoho, the integration is already taken care of once you just hit the button. And if you're someone that is using the WooCommerce based e-commerce store, then you will have to go to the WordPress, part of your setup, download the plugin that um, WordPress serves for Zoho campaigns, and then start the integration process. You don't have to worry as we have a detailed help guide giving you step-by-step instruction as to how to go about that process once you click this learn more button. We also have Shopify here, and once you click integrate, you'll see the screen, and the first field that you see is your store's URL. Just copy and paste it here. The rest of the fields need you to uh, create a small provision within your Shopify app setup. Go there, click this help link here, follow the instructions, go there, create a private app. Once you follow the steps that we have given in terms of how to create the private app, you will be able to fetch the details that we are looking for here, starting from API key to API secret and API access token. Once you complete the procedure, it's just a matter of hitting this proceed button and getting started with your store's email marketing campaign. With the basic part out of the way, let's dive into the main part, which forms the main essence of today's discussion um, around e-commerce email marketing capabilities of Zoho campaigns. The key point that I had in my agenda was sending out the right content to the right audience. That is making sure that your email campaigns are highly targeted and personalized. Uh, Before I dive into the aspect of targeted email campaigns, let me just quickly walk you through the basics of what happens once you connect your store to Zoho campaigns. Then probably it would be much more easier for you to follow how to create targeted email campaigns. So this is how it looks. Once I connect my store with Zoho campaigns, I will be able to entirely manage the email marketing aspect of my store from within Zoho campaigns and specifically within this screen. You will be able to see your store's important proceedings and also compare your store's overall revenue to the revenue generated via Zoho campaigns. Uh, Generated from revenue from Zoho campaigns, as in the revenue driven via the promotions that you launch via Zoho campaigns, be it the regular form of promotions or the automated emails that you configure and send out via Zoho campaigns. Since this account is fairly new and there is not much of data here, it looks very empty. But just wanted to walk you through the basics. Now let's go into the targeted email campaign creation part, which I have been talking about now for a while. That begins by going to the segmentation option that you see under the contacts module here in the navigation toolbar. So this is the segmentation screen. So basically, segmentation means creating meaningful and relevant, chunk of target audience out of the entire email database that you have. Uh, this is the creation screen. And once the store is connected here, the segmentation option also displays fields related to e-commerce here. These fields are predefined, and these also help you at times when you don't really have great inspiration for your email campaigns. Uh, on those scenarios, you can just come here, have a look at the options, and this gives you an idea as to how you could create meaningful promotions uh, to your target audience. As I show you all the options, you'll be able to understand where I come from. So you have total number of orders, have purchased uh, a specific item, have not purchased a specific item, average amount spent collectively in the store, average amount spent per order, total amount spent collectively, and last purchased on. For example, if I'm going to use this total orders option, I would enter something like total orders is equal to, is greater than, or is less than the value that I'm going to submit here. So this is how it would look. And once I hit save, contacts falling under the purview of this criteria would be displayed. Let me add an additional criteria and make sure uh, uh, that you have a stronger context as to how this works. Say I have to run a promotion as a follow-up to the holiday email marketing campaign that I ran during the month of September to October last year. Okay. Um, let's say I have a new product arrival and it is associated to one of the products that was quite popular or was very fast moving during the holiday season. So I would enter a criteria on the effects of total orders made by someone is equal to 3 and the last purchase and the purchase date of the product is before Jan 1, 2023. So this would give me the list of people who made their purchase before the new year and who also fall under the purview of the holiday promotions that I ran. Let's say that my store was launched only during the holiday season. Therefore, it makes me easier to, you know, have this assumption of, uh, people having procured a product, the product or the products that I have in mind before Jan 1, 2023, or in contention to receive the follow-up promotion that I'm planning. The account doesn't really have great data, a great amount of data. Therefore, we are not able to fetch the list of contacts here. But once once your contacts start meeting the criteria, they would be instantly displayed here. And one more benefit of having this, the tight integration between your store and Zoho campaigns is that the sync is instantaneous and spontaneous, meaning even if you have created segments here, people who meet that later will be dynamically added to the list of segments you have here. And the same applies to different aspects of data that you are going to manage from within Zoho campaigns. So now it's all about associating this segment, the group of recipients under this segment, to the email campaign that I'm going to create and launching it right away. Let me show you how you could create an email campaign and associate this segment with that. And in the process, let me also explain how easily and how quickly you could create email promotions using the features that we have provided. So let me go to the store again that I have connected, promotional email. While creating your email campaign, you will stumble on a step called assign topic, and it is mandated for every email campaign that you create from within Zoho Campaigns. It is a feature which helps you to categorize the form of content that you're going to produce and send out on behalf of your organization. Uh, to give you the context, look at the options here. So Zilker store is the product. So I am able to associate a product or the list of products that I have, or a service or the list of services that I have as part of my larger organization, and have the topics listed under the respective product or products. So Zilker store is the product, is the e-commerce store here, and these are the topics I have configured. Once you start creating sign-up forms via Zoho campaigns and start embedding them on your website, and once your prospective subscribers engage with that sign-up form, they will be displayed with something like Zilker store organization as these many topics configured. Choose the topic that is relevant and suitable to you. This makes sure that people have a fair idea as to what they are going to get from your email promotions, and they also are encouraged to sign up, with better, trustworthiness. Basic steps are done. Now I am led to the template gallery that is specific for e-commerce users. So these templates are handpicked, are designed from scratch, keeping the e-commerce audience sensibilities in mind. I'm selecting this ready-made template. So this is how the template looks, and I have all the options to customize the content however I like. And this is one key area that I would like to touch. This area helps me to add products from my store without having to go to my store. I just have to hit this button to have the gallery of my store displayed here. So I can just choose a product that I want to promote and launch it straight away. And let's stick to the context that I was, setting up while talking about sending out targeted email campaigns. I gave a scenario on the lines of follow-up promotion to the product that was launched during the holiday season. And let's say that this is that product, uh, or this is one of the products. And once I choose that, the name and the other details of the product, including the price, is automatically pulled in here. And I just went about adding this component using the predefined blocks that was here. And I can also add additional product blocks with the help of this component here. Just drag and drop this and click on add product. You'll be led to the gallery again and repeat the same steps that we were discussing earlier. Supposing you also have special coupons to send out to your audience as part of the email campaign, you could use this component that we have here. Just drag and drop, and you're all set. So the coupons that you generate from within your store or store is synced to Zoho campaigns as well. Um, Therefore, you're able to just instantly choose the campaign coupon that you want to promote and pull it in uh, the the email campaign. So this is how a typical e-commerce oriented promotion would look from Zoho campaigns. Now it's about associating the segment that I had already created. These are the recipients under this segment will be linked to the campaign, and you could launch it straight away. So this is one major part of the webinar that we have covered here, creating meaningful segments out of the email database that you have synced from your store to Zoho campaigns, having meaningful segments, and then basing the content around the segments that you have created and launching the campaign. Now let's move on to the main part of the webinar, automation, the automation aspects, setting up your abandoned cart recovery and recovery email series and purchase follow-up email series. That is done using a feature called workflows from Zoho Campaigns. You just have a lot of predefined uh, templates to help you understand how you could go about creating the email series. You have multiple templates under every category. And for the sake of explanation, let me create one from scratch. So the first step is obviously configuring the trigger for the workflow. And it's a no-brainer that the trigger is going to be a product being left in the cart and has been not checked out yet. So here is the abandoned cart component. I will have to select the cart that my store contains, and I also have the option of specifying at what point in time should one be brought into the workflow. That is when someone adds a product to the cart, at what point in time should that person should be brought into the workflow uh, is the option. So I am giving 2 hours as the threshold for someone to enter the workflow. And now comes the part where I am going to add my first reminder, the common global reminder of the series. Just quickly add the basic details to it. So we are just doing the same steps that we discussed to create an email campaign just some minutes back. These are pre-designed templates specific to cart abandonment. Let me just quickly customize this and show you and discuss about a component that is going to come in quite handy. Let me just directly go to that. So once you drag and drop this cart component here, you can rest assured that the details of the respective product that is in the cart, the product or the set of products that are in the cart will be pulled in and displayed to your audience to make sure that the right chord is struck, and also the right reminder of sorts is created. All the details, including the price and the model type to whatnot, is automatically pulled in. And you also, and the along with that, the CTA is also added, which upon clicking is going to take them to the web page that contains the cart and the products stored in the cart. Let me quickly save it. Yes. The message has been configured as in the email campaign of the series, the first email campaign of the series. Now comes the part that I was emphasizing a lot while discussing the agenda of the webinar. Creating consequential email series as part of your cart abandonment recovery and purchase follow-up series. So that is, realized with the help of the response component here. So I have configured a message already, and the subsequent emails I am going to configure here are going to be based around the response or the actions the recipient of the first email campaign take on this first email campaign. These are the actions that I'm able to target. Delivered means technically unopened recipients. And let me also go with opened and clicked on any link. So I have chosen 3 actions. Therefore, I get 3 branches out of the email that's been configured already. So instead of sending a very generic follow up to the main email, I'm going to personalize and going to personalize the content of the email, hoping that it is going to make the recipients take the intended action and in turn visit the store and take the relevant action that I am expecting to. And to make things interesting, we have this option called wait time, which lets you specify at what point in time should the email be launched. So people who receive the first email campaign and uh, remain as unopened recipients will receive the email that I'm going to configure here. But at what point in time is going to be dictated by my specifications here. So I'm going to set the wait time as 6 hours. So people who receive the first campaign and haven't taken any action uh, will be monitored for 6 hours and then be led to the next email that I'm going to configure. Let's keep it as 8 hours. I also have the option to uh, specify when exactly should uh, the email should be launched once the threshold time is met. It can be either immediate or can be between a time frame which I feel is going to bring in more traction to the email. And there is also this additional option to specify on what days of the week should the email be launched, should the condition be considered rather. Now I could add the email and the same process can be repeated for the rest of the branches that you see here. the wait time component if I really want it to be added, and then the email component. To conclude the workflow, I have multiple options ranging from adding someone to a list or assigning a tag to them, updating the fields as part of the mailing list that they belong to, or moving them to a different workflow, or making them exit from the workflow. All depends on the business scenarios that I have in mind. So this is how a simple cart abandonment recovery email series would look. Now let's repeat the same steps and see how to achieve a perfect or rather a simple purchase follow-up email series. In the process of building this purchase follow-up email series, I will also be showing how to use artificial intelligence capabilities of Zoho Campaigns and make sure that your customers become repeat customers. Again, there is a predefined template, uh, but let me stick to the custom option. So the trigger here is when someone has completed a purchase from my store. And next step is a no-brainer, an email. So just we'll have to just follow the same steps we discussed twice in terms of creating an email. This is the response component you see here. Let me show you how to add AI capabilities to this email. So this is the first email that is going to be sent as a follow-up to the purchase someone has made. So it can be on the lines of, hey, thank you for buying the this product or these many products from us. We are glad to have you as our customers. And in the meanwhile, feel free to check out these suggestions as well. So this would set the tone for me to use the AI capabilities that I'm talking about. So we call it product recommendations, and it recommends products. The artificial intelligence engine recommends products to the to your audience based on their shopping history and what others as part of the store have purchased or have done. So basically, it reads the entire shopping history or shopping history of your customer base of your store and creates meaningful insights and stats out of it, and sends out smart suggestions based on your specifications. These are the five types of recommendations that I can use. As the name indicates, the first one uh, is about sending out uh, recommendations for the most popular product or products in the store, the most highly purchased products. The second one is the latest additions to the store. The third one is frequently bought together. Let's say uh, a mobile phone and a protective case. And the fourth one is similar products, which is products that are relevant to each other. And the final one is people who bought this item were also interested in buying this, or people who bought this item actually went on to buy this item also. So what happens here is basically there is a complete analysis of your store data by the AI engine, and uh, meaningful recommendations are created out of it. The best part of this recommendation is that the recommendation happens at an individual level. So let's stick to the same example here. Let's say that you have an online store that sells mobile phones as the main product, and you are going to have accessories, obviously. So when someone buys, assuming that someone buys a mobile phone, the next form of promotion that you can do is obviously talk about the items and accessories that is going to complement the mobile phone, like headphones, speakers, and protective case and covers. So what you could do is drag and drop this component and use this. People who bought this also bought this. The most popular second purchase in connection to the first primary product will be displayed. So this is how I would go about configuring my purchase follow-ups and add AI capabilities to it as well. And once it is done, I'm all set to automate this. And you could add as many components to the series and make it sophisticated or simple or however you like. So that is that from me in terms of the e-commerce email marketing capabilities of Zoho campaigns for uh, online stores. You are actively using Zoho campaigns, or if you are evaluating Zoho campaigns for the first time, and if you are having any concerns or questions over it, you can always instantly reach to us on the respective social media platforms that we have here. We will make sure that your questions are attended instantly, and we would provide you the relevant answers and solutions instantly. These are the different usernames or handles or whatever you would like to call them. Please take a picture of this if you would like to. And as always, you can write to us anytime at support@zogocampaigns.com. We have a large support team here that is meticulously trying to resolve your questions and queries. So you could contact them anytime, and rest assured that you would get the answers and solutions instantly. Please note it down. So once again, thanks for attending the webinar. Thank you so much for your time. You were really patient, and thanks for the questions as well. If you feel that, if you found this very helpful, please give a thumbs up to us by posting on your social platforms about the webinar. And yes, thanks again. Thanks on behalf of the co-organizers as well who are my colleagues. Thanks, guys. Have a nice day.